Today we'll begin receiving the World Mission Offering, which supports the work of our global servants and our mission partners in dozens and dozens of nations all around the world. Our daily devotions this week will all focus on scriptures that speak to God's love and grace and mercy towards all nations, all peoples. This is a foundational theme in the Bible that we see from the book of Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation and John's vision of heaven. Today we start with a passage from the book of Genesis, chapter 12, verses 1 through 9, arguably one of the most important passages in the entire Old Testament. This is the call of Abram, which is the beginning of covenantal faith, really, if you will, in the Bible. And our verse for today is verse 3, where the Lord, speaking to Abram, says, "I will bless those who bless you, and the one who curses you, I will curse." And here's the key part. "And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." When you read these verses, you see, first of all that Abram had to leave behind in order to follow and answer the call of God. The Lord tells him he needs to leave his country, his kindred, meaning his extended family, and his father's house. So basically, all the most important people in his life, the place that he's known and lived, and he's got to give it all away. He's got to walk away from all of that in order to follow God. Why would he do that? Well, because the Lord promises to do 5 things for Abram. He promises to make him a great nation, to bless him, to give him a great name, and to bless those who bless him and to curse those who curse him. But the important thing is Abram responds in faith, and he goes as God calls him and invites him to go. And the whole idea of, through Abram and his descendants, that God was going to make a blessing for all the families of the earth. This is really the call to what became the nation of Israel. It was not to hold God and faith as a personal possession, that we're the chosen people and this is only for us and God's favor is only upon us. The idea was to be a blessing to the entire world. And they were to do that by bearing witness to the God who created the universe, the God who was the God who called people out from their old life, their old ways of being and old ways of practicing religion, which in Abram's time involved things as terrible as human sacrifice, to a relationship with a covenantal God. And so that was the call on Israel's life as a nation, and it's also really the call on the church. You know, our job both individually and collectively is to be a blessing to others so that everyone comes to know and to believe in the God of Jesus Christ, the God of covenant faith, who loves us and has a meaningful purpose for each one of us to fulfill.